Hello everybody and welcome back. For today we have part 1 of Gothic Remake Only Bows Challenge Run. The rules are simple, we can only use bows and arrows. You will see me in the game try to get some bolts, then I remind myself, no, this is only bows, not only ranged weapons, so only bows and arrows, which are only meant to do damage. And I see at least one big wall in front of us to finishing the game, and maybe a few roadblocks, but roadblocks are not important. So let's get on to it. First things first, we need a weapon, and luckily we can get one right at the starting area. However, in true Kano fashion, I fail miserably, and we have to reload the save because I die. Second roundabout, and I do marginally better, as in the fact that I am not dead, but still cause quite a commotion in getting my starter bow and a pitiful amount of arrows. Boy, I sure hope this won't be a problem in the future. As we make our way down the road, I am trying to collect as many arrows as I can and only kill the enemies that are really necessary for us progressing. We have a pitiful amount of arrows, and that will stay for a bit. First enemy of the game, and unlike the swords, the bows do a way better job in the beginning of the game. However, I think this will be quite the opposite for the end game. We get Drax's dagger, we avoid the second scavenger, and we go to their little camp. And as soon as we pass the little arch, first chapter starts. At the bandits hunting camp, we talk to Radford, then we talk to Drax. And because we tell him we got his dagger and that we want to join the bandits, he will take us to the new camp. Very important here, this is Gothic. Save extremely often if you follow me along, because even Drax, yes, the NPC that is escorting you, can be killed by the monsters. And he will, and I will show you how. On the way I try to lure a few mobs to Drax, the ones that we can actually kill. I help him then and there, but then again, remember, he can die. First major roadblock here, because he got hit by some scavengers, is the bridge with the bloodflies. I try and kill them, I miss a few shots, but thankfully Drax does indeed finish the job. And thankfully one of the bloodflies scared some of the scavengers off, and we can proceed on to the next hurdle, the many bloodflies in front of the new camp. Now here I'm trying to help Drax a bit. Ideally I would love for Drax to be low enough HP for me to knock him down and afterwards take his bow, if at all possible. At this point I did not know if I can knock him out with arrows. In the end we do that eventually, and we can indeed knock NPCs out with bows. I'm very glad for this, because this was not a thing in the Gothic 1 Classic, nor was it in Gothic 2 Classic. I am really thankful for this, because otherwise this challenge run will be a lot harder. So we take our newly acquired bow, which we cannot use for the foreseeable future, and go back exactly the way we came with Drax, because on the way, if we switch the roads, we will be in a whole lot of trouble. Oh, and there he is, Drax, our old friend, old pal, old buddy, and he will have nothing against us for beating him, because then again, remember, this is a prison colony. Everyone here is a bastard. We enter the water in this little secret alcove, we get our new bow, get out and head to the old camp. At the gate of the old camp, this is the first bit of role building that I love. If you talked with Diego, you can enter the camp freely, but if you do not talk to Diego, you would have to pay an entry fee. Also, if you antagonize the guard, he will beat the ever-living crap out of you. Man, I love this game. So we go to Taurus, and then Taurus tells us, oh, I'm too lazy for this, go to Diego. But if we are persistent enough, he will also give us a quest. Neat. We go back to Diego, report to him, and he tells us all the bells and whistles we have to do, all the important people, and here on out we are starting to impress all of the shadows in the old camp. Editor's note, sidetracking here, I love the world building and quest design in the old camp and in Gothic in general. We have Sly here, who is looking for a guard. He directs us to Whistler, another guard, and on the way we can find Snuff, a chief, which he has sent Nick, the guard we are looking for, on a quest to get some mushrooms. Everything is intertwined, and you can bump up into NPCs that will give you sidelines or give you new information about your quest. I love this. So we visit a few shadows, we visit Fingers, we visit Scatty, we visit Dexter, Fisk, and you can see here our main activity towards the game, buying arrows. After we stock up on arrows and get every conceivable quest from the shadows, we go to Mordrag, and again we have a few different routes to take with this quest. We can actually beat Mordrag and kill him, which is not ideal. We can beat him and tell him to go away, which we will do, or we can actually tell him we want to join the new camp and he will escort us just like Drax did. And in the beginning of the game, this is invaluable experience and also road clearance, because remember, we will have to travel between the camps, and at this point we are weak as a kitten. So we tell Mordrag we want us to be escorted to the new camp, and he does just that. And this being my third playthrough, I see a unique dialogue. Depending on the time of day or night you went with Mordrag, he will have different dialogues and actually good advice for you traveling. Listen to him.
Not the best idea to be out and about at this hour. Some advice from me. Get some sleep and head out early in the morning. You'll never know where your journey will take you, or how long it will last.
One escort quest later, this time we are the one being escorted, not the NPCs. Very nice merry-go-round. We arrive at the new camp again. Now arriving at the new camp, because we have finished our business in the old camp, we will stay here, and luckily for us it is night. For those of you who played the Gothic series, you will know Lefty, a bandit, is here in the fields, and he would actually make us deliver water. Thankfully, because it's nighttime, he will not be here when you can pass on through. We meet Jarvis, the front guard. He tells us a bit about the camp, and then we see Homer, the one who built the dam, and we kill Lurker for him. Good experience, and you can actually learn the diving skill here. It is not necessary in the game, but it's a hell of a good option if you want to pick underwater chests. First thing we do in the new camp proper, we instantly go and find Buster, because I want the acrobatics skill tree so we can actually try and dodge incoming attacks. This will be our bread and butter for the game. After we finish up with Buster, we go around the camp, gather a few quests and see if we can get a bit more experience. We go to Balkagon, become his new weed delivery boy and get our first taste of housing market. Yes, we can get our first house in the new camp. We just have to beat a lowly bandit for it. I'm going to be honest here, I thought this would be way harder. On my melee run, it was quite the challenge, but here, thanks to our arrows and the dodging skill, it was a very, very nice experience. Take a look at my reaction.
This'll get bloody.
Hey, no healing. Hey! Dodging is way more than I thought.
Yeah, and again.
Yes, way more useful. I did not think it would be so easy, like for combat I would have waited until like level 4 or 5.
Had enough? You fucking... What do you think? I want this.
Yes, perfect. I feel much more confident now. So after that slight boost in confidence, we will go and head towards the free mine. On the way there, we will kill every single monster on the way because we need the experience. As soon as we arrive, we talk to the foreman, we tell him we have never mined ore in our lives, and he gives us some armor in case something falls on our feet. Neat. Back to the new camp, and we finally enter the bar. We have here another member of the swamp camp, and because he is a lazy ass bastard, and thanks to our swamp weed delivery quest, we can actually trick him in giving us the swamp weed, and we have Cypher here who will buy it from us. If you are not interested in the experience, you can actually keep all this money because we will need it for a new quest later. But since I am a little experienced WHORE, we will actually give him the 200 ore and we will keep 200. More buying and selling arrows later, we actually go towards the rice fields and meet Lefty. We beat the shit out of him, finish the quest, and then take a quest for the Rice Lord. This guy is way more developed in the remake, and I love to see it. We do the quest for the Rice Lord. Again, we have pacifist options, which will actually need us some information on the Rice Lord, or we can just go in guns blazing. But I love being sort of half and half in the Gothic games. I can be violent when I need to and pacifist when I want to.
Gotta say, seems you ain't as useless as most round.
If I do, would you speak to Lar?
High climber, are we?
With the new quest finished, the Rice Lord trusts us even more so we can find his foreman, and this is a very, very nice quest to do. We must ask the farmers if they have seen Bran, and then we go and search for him. Sadly, we do not find him, but we find quite a few bandits, and we actually beat them, and because we can beat them, we will take all their expensive weapons, bows and arrows which we need. Talk to them. We also find a journal here, and we can go and search for Bran, which seems to have wandered in the basement of that pub on the lake. We find his body, we find his axe, and then we confront the bartender. Again, we're in a colony here. We can actually lie to this guy, and we give him the false hope that we will not tell the Rice Lord, and he will bribe us with 50 ore. But of course, this being a prison colony, we'll also rat him out. We go to the Rice Lord, tell him the whole story, and he gives us experience, and now you will have a new bartender, while the old one is sitting at the bottom of the lake. You can go check it out for yourself. It's an awesome detail.
I want to join your gang.
You and every bleeding rice farmer out in those fields. But you made it in here, so that's something.
We also go to Laris, tell him we want to join the gang, and because Mordrag escorted us here, he gave us a ring, which in turn we will give it to Laris. In info, we have been using that ring for a 5-point dexterity bonus. So, finishing all the available quests in the new camp, we try and head back. However, as you can see, I'm trying to take a different route because those two blackmailers will actually try and extort us. But there is another route and we are taking it. However, in the meantime, I think maybe I can take them on, and oh by, yes, we can take them on. With weapons, I would have needed much more preparation. Very, very nice indeed. We take on our group of thugs for gear experience, and then we go and talk with our new friend from the old camp, a scavenger trainer. This is a brand new NPC which will give us a quest, and we will have the opportunity to get a rideable scavenger. We take some underwater plants for him, some wolf hides, and he will give us a scavenger in a day. But we cannot stay here long, we have quests to do. I try and fail to take down a snapper, so I run away. Back in the old camp, we tell Taurus the good news. He is slightly pleased with us. Again, he would have liked us to kill Mordrag, but everybody has his own interests. And we go to Scatty. We will challenge Kurgo and see how that fight goes, and it goes very well. And that the fight with Kurgo went so well, and now that I have enough dexterity to wield the longbow, I also try and beat Karim, which I do.
Let's
That's yes, I agree. Oh. Dark Souls combat. Oh. Oh, it's so easy. Very nice chunk of experience and very nice chunk of camp reputation. When I go to buy more arrows, I see that Fisk is not happy with me and gives us a new quest to find a fence. In retrospect, even if you don't do this, your reputation will be just marginally affected, but I want all the experience I can get in chapter 1. Having finished everything in the old camp as well, we go to the ball in the old camp marketplace, Bal Parvez, and we will ask him to escort us to the swamp camp. This is the third and last escort quest we can do in this chapter. Arriving at the swamp camp, and boy oh boy is this an upgrade from Gothic Classic. Still, after 3 playthroughs, I get lost in here. Gorgeous. Same story as before, we go around the camp, gather every quest, but this is another gimmick. Remember, in the old camp everybody is buddy-buddy, the guards want protection money, and it's a relatively safe space. In the new camp, however, people are more cutthroat and you have to deal with them in a more direct approach. Beat them up, meaning. However, here, these swamp camp gurus are just glorified bastards. They think they're too good for everybody and they won't even accept you talking to them. So, 3 camps, 3 different ways of joining, and 3 different types of quests. Going back to our roundabout, we are talking to everybody that we can that is a novice to help us join the swamp camp. We talk to Lester to get his help for Bal Namib. We talk to a Bal that dresses us so we can have another man join the swamp camp. Same story as before, we go all around the camp, get all the quests. The main difference here, there is a quest outside in the swamp that it is the hardest in all of the 3 camps, in which you have to kill blood flies in a swamp infested by swamp sharks. Be careful not to drag them towards the wheat harvesters, because you will kill them and you will soft lock the quest. So with every other camp done, we can finally decide what we are going to join, and I will join the old camp and take the guard's path. We are going to go to Diego, tell him everything we have done. He will tell us we have been such a good boy that he will give us his test, the so-called test of fate. Basically, we have to go to the old mine and get a list from Ian. Again, a very nice quest to do, and you can easily just break it. If you do not listen to Diego about the password and just try and tell Ian any other kind of information that Diego sent you, Torres sent you, Gomez sent you, he will not give you the list. You need to pay attention to the dialogue, and I love it. So after we go to the mine and relieve a few guards of their chests and talk to a few miners, make some friends, bribe some people, we actually get the list. Now, if you want to join the new camp, you must take this list to Lares first. But since we are joining the old camp, we are going to take the list immediately straight to Diego. Now, if you actually give the list to Lares, Diego will have another dialogue option. But he did not, and he will have the standard one. After all of this, he sends us to Torres. Torres lets us in, and we can talk to Raven.
I'm here to see Gomez. Diego says I'm worthy of becoming a shadow.
Well, if you got all the way here, you could come. I'll show you to Gomez.
Raven will escort us to Gomez, and we have another bit of dialogue to go through here. If you lie to Gomez, or if you antagonize him, he will beat the ever-living shit out of you. The perfect way to join him is to just be honest. You tell him Diego and Torres vouch for you, and then you tell him you have been around. But remember, no lying. If you tell him you have seen everybody, including Iberian, which we have not, he will know you lie and will instantly kill you, prompting you to load an old save. Gomez is okay with us, we go to Raven, and we have officially become a shadow, and chapter 1 is over, and we are entering chapter 2, the Crawler's Nest. I will end the first part here because by far this is the least action you will get in this series. The first chapter is always dialogue and quests heavy because you are low level and you cannot fight that many things, although we have had some nice fights. So I think it's a nice middle ground to stop until we reach chapter 2, which will be full of fighting and exploring dungeons. If you have any suggestions, if you want something changed, or if you would want the whole series to be in one video, tell me down below in the comments and I will try to accommodate. If you would like to see the full series, we are live streaming it and the VODs are on the channel on the live section. That being said, thank you very much for the viewership and I will see you in the next one.
Close one. Whew, let's see what he has on him.